For example, they're going to market. They are going to market. We are not pronouncing it. They are going to market. In today's lesson, we're going to learn 10 important weak forms you should get right to improve your English accent. Before we start the lesson, we must understand what weak forms are. In connected speech, you don't usually pronounce each and every word as they are pronounced in isolation. For example, the word and is not pronounced and all the time. It can take different forms. For example, when you pronounce Jack and John, it is in. And time again, it is in. So Jack and John, it is in, and time again, it is in. These forms of pronunciations are called weak forms. Basically, they are shortened versions or sometimes slightly different versions of pronunciation. So in isolation, you use strong forms, and in connected speech, you use weak forms. Do bear in mind, all the words in English language don't have weak forms. Usually structure words such as prepositions, pronouns, conjunctions, and these words have their weak forms. On the other hand, content words such as verbs, nouns, adverbs, and adjectives don't have weak forms. Now let's get down to the crux of the matter. First weak form, are. Yes, that's the pronunciation in isolation. And in connected speech, it can take a different form, like For example, they're going to market. They are going to market. We are not pronouncing it. They are going to market. So are is strong form, so you shouldn't be using are in this connected speech. Instead, you have to use the weak form So they're going to market. Jack and John are drivers. Jack and John are drivers, not Jack and John are drivers. Jack and John are drivers. Next one, a. Yes, a is a strong form, and you shouldn't pronounce a when you speak. Instead, you pronounce it a. For example, it's time for a break. It's time for a break, not for a break, instead for a break. I want to have a cup of tea. I want to have a cup of tea. So a cup of tea, not a cup of tea or a cup of tea. I want to have a cup of tea. By the way, cup of tea is shortened to cuppa. So when you want to have a cup of tea, you can say, I want to have a cuppa. I like to have a cuppa. Next one, an. Yes, an is a strong form and an is a weak form. For example, I saw an elephant, not I saw an elephant, I saw an elephant. Another example, I have an idea. I have an idea. So an idea, not I have an idea. And you also have to have a look at the way these words are connected here. In this one, an, not an is a strong form, so an is connected with idea or linked with idea. So an idea, not an idea or an idea. Instead, an idea. An idea. I have an idea, not I have an idea. Next one, can. Can. Weak forms are can or kin. Can with schwa after k, and kin without a schwa in it. Schwa means a sound, so k, in, or k, in. For example, I can do it. I can do it. She can do it. I can speak English. I can speak English. If you want to stress the point or give emphasis to the point, you can use strong form. For example, I can speak French or I can read Japanese. So you want to give that extra emphasis for that. In such cases, you can use strong forms of these pronouns or prepositions, etc. Another important one, him. Him, the strong form, and the weak form, him. I told him, not I told him. I told him to go there. I told him to go there. So you've already seen the way we link these words or we connect these words. You must have a look here as well. This one, I told him, not I told him. I told him. Next one, her, weak form, For example, I met her yesterday. I met her yesterday, not I met her. And the same way you linked told with him, told him, you have to link meet or met with So I met her yesterday. I love her. I love her. Not I love her. I love her. I love her very much. Next one, was. And this one is a very important one because it's a very commonly used word. You have to use it everywhere to speak about the past tense, the past events that happened. You have to use it, and this you must get right. So the weak form is was. For example, he was a teacher, not he was a teacher. He was a teacher. He was a teacher. And you have to have a look at the as well. I mean, he was a teacher, not he was a teacher or he was a teacher. He was a teacher. He was a teacher. Now, what about the weak form of were? Were. Not were, not long schwa, instead the short schwa. Schwa. Were. They were teachers. They were teachers, not they were teachers. They were teachers. Jack and John were drivers. Jack and John were drivers. This one is a very important one because most of us go wrong with this. We don't know its correct pronunciation. Its strong form is of and weak form is of. Not f of fan, but v of van. For example, the best part of it. So, best part of it. Part of it. You have to have a look at the way these words are connected together as well. See, part of it. Part of it. So, part of. Part of it. Part of it. So, not best part of it. No, you don't have to use strong form there. Instead, best part of it. Those are some of the important weak forms you must start using to improve your English accent. To bear in mind, you can use strong forms wherever required, which means, for example, you have to give emphasis or stress a point. You can use strong form, and also a weak form will never end a sentence. For example, are they teachers? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. You can't use the weak form there. Instead, you have to use the strong form are. They are. So that's the end of today's lesson. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do subscribe and press that bell icon as well so that you will be notified every time we upload our videos. And also, if you have any questions or comments about today's lesson, please do share them in the comment box. And if you like the video, please give a thumbs up. Bye bye from Luis at English 24.